Alrighty, so I have had this on my mind pretty much all of last night and all of this morning. Um, I'm just I'm not feeling it for this main event card or for this main event on the UFC London card. If I'm going to be completely honest, this could be a very boring fight. I wanted to go over real quick Sean Brady getting finished by Bilal Muhammad, which, by the way, if you're getting finished by Bilal Muhammad, oh my goodness, that is bad. And I'm not gonna let him live this down. Oh my god. Like he's just not. He didn't even throw one thing back, man. Oh my god, I can't believe this happened, man. I was so my mouth was like wide open watching this because I'm like he has to land a punch back now. He has to land a punch back. Anyways, hopefully that doesn't get me demonetized. Either way, here's their face off as well. Just kind of,
I guess size him up in person.
It was cool. Leon's tall, skinny. That's literally like he's tall. He's a tall guy. Yeah. It was literally 4 seconds of us facing off. It's the quickest quickest interaction I think I've ever had in my life. So can't take much from that. But yeah, it was. I got to see him for the first time. Listen, I have nothing but respect for Leon. That's how I am with all these guys. It's nothing personal. It's just business. You can't prepare for something you never felt before, and that's where guys get surprised. Like they see me, they're like, "Oh, he looks strong, this and that," but until you feel me and you feel my grip and my squeeze and my
ooh,
pressure
you
that I
feel his
put on
grip
you,
and
it's
you
going to
feel
be
his
different. And
squeeze.
3 out of 4 of those fights, he lost to Bilal. I thought he lost the third fight to Kamaru, and he was losing to Kamaru until he landed the head kick. And the fight with Colby was horrible. So
Okay, so I agree with him on those last bits or whatever. The problem I have with Sean Brady is, man, you can't find this man anywhere on X. He rarely posts on Instagram. Um, I mean, it's just absolutely crazy, that like he doesn't promote himself at all, man. I'm sorry, I have not seen any self promotion from Sean Brady or any crazy thing I'm gonna destroy Leon Edwards and stuff like that. I, I like it when fighters are just a little bit cocky, okay, and especially when they can back it up and they have an amazing performance. That's when trash talk, cockiness, or whatever really helps promote them. But it's typical from Sean Brady. All respect, and obviously you want to have respect, but also we want to put out there, hey, I'm going to destroy this guy first round. I just don't really see how he gets out of there. Blah blah blah, stuff like that. A little fingernail on my desk there. That was gross. Anyways, really terrible self promotion from Sean Brady. You can't even find him. I don't even think he has an X account, which I mean, not that that's terrible or whatever, but man, if you want fans or anything like that to ask you questions, I mean, you just can't bet on it, man. And when my King Sean Brady backpack scissor hands and takes it down at will despite 9 fence grabs. Yeah, no, it's unfortunately what I'm fearing is going to be a lot of grappling on the cage and pushing Leon Edwards up against the cage, and Leon Edwards, oh, don't mind me, just gonna grab the cage and get. Oh, don't mind me, mate. I'm trying to do. I cannot do a Leon Edwards voice. I'm sorry, it's way too hard. But anyways, he's gonna grab a cage. The last amount of posts that we've seen from Leon Edwards, he's in a commercial here or whatever. That was on January 14th. November 12th, 2024, back in London, post something finally. Post something on May 16th. Wow, he just does not post a lot. And again, he does not self promote. he would be much more popular if he just talked a little bit. You know, you don't even have to talk trash. You talk about how great your career is or anything, man. Anything from these guys. Um, at the end of the day, I think on any card, these guys are a feature fight. Maybe co-main, maybe main card opener, but it's in London. They need a someone from England who's high up in the rankings. I want to say who they know is going to put on a show, but with Leon Edwards, man, his last couple fights have just not been very good. And I mean, same thing with Sean Brady. They just have not been memorable in any way. Other than Leon Edwards head kicking Kamaru Usman, like I can't think of any good Leon Edwards performances, honestly. We go to Sean Brady here. 3 wins by knockout. Ugh, and you got 17 fights in, man, like just no power in those hands. Very sad to see. He beat Burns. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but it was a five rounder, and again, it's pretty boring. Brady versus Gastelum. He submitted him in the 3rd round. Also, kind of a nothing fight. Hard to even remember that he beat Gastelum. The other thing too I'm noticing is that he's only fighting like once a year. He fought 2 times in 2021, but once in 2022, once in 2023, and once in 2024. Like as far as a prospect goes, he doesn't. I don't feel the hype. I don't feel like a surge of this guy. He's really rising to the top. He just kind of appeared there. You know what I mean? He didn't really capture the fans' attention. At least in my point of view. I don't know if some fans are really excited that he beat Chiesa by decision. Can't be going to decision with Chiesa. I would hate to see, not that I hate Sean Brady, but I'd hate to see him in the top 3 and end up getting a title shot, especially with the rematch against Bilal Muhammad. Ugh, what a terrible fight. What a terrible fight that would be. Anyways, moving on over to Leon Edwards. We look back at some of his past fights too. Again, only 7 wins by knockouts in your 22 fights, and you're supposed to be, a high-level striker and stuff like that. And, from what we've seen from Leon Edwards, he had a just horrible performance from Bilal Muhammad. He couldn't get any sort of significant strikes going against Bilal Muhammad. I think he elbowed him on the top and at the end of round 5. Other than that, it was a pretty boring fight. I was taking a nap during it, from what I can remember. I don't even remember round 2, 3, or 4 because I was just sleeping during it. Edwards versus Covington, again, a very boring fight. For all the trash talk that went back and forth between each other. For Colby Covington literally insulting his dad, saying he was burning in hell, Leon Edwards could not finish him in 5 rounds against Colby Covington. Come on now. He beat Usman. I don't think it was majority. I think Usman actually did a lot better in that last fight that he had against him, and then he had a horrible fight against Nate Diaz where he almost lost. He almost got knocked out silly. I poked Bilal Muhammad. Didn't fight for a long time. Beat Dos Anjos by decision. Gunnar Nelson by decision. Cowboy Cerrone by decision. I don't know why it says 459 there. That's weird. KO'd Sobata. Went to decision Barberina. And then went to decision with Luque. I mean, Luque is kind of a good win to have. Dos Anjos, still a pretty good name to have. But other than that, man, Usman too is one of his best wins, obviously. But other than that, man, kind of a mid-career. I'm just being honest. I'm gonna root for Edwards to beat Sean Brady. Hopefully he gets it done by KO or TKO. But man, we just look at these past fights between these guys, all going to decision, unanimous, and not very memorable. The second Usman fight was not memorable. The Edwards versus Covington fight, not memorable. Brady versus Gastelum, not memorable. Burns versus Brady, again, not memorable. I think people don't even realize that Burns fought Brady. I think that's something that could just like, just go under the radar a little bit for a lot of fans. Because I feel like Burns has more fans than Brady, anyways. Like, he didn't lose any sort of stock losing to Sean Brady. And that's kind of what happens a little bit. It's like, oh, you lose to Sean Brady, yeah, well, you stay in the same spot. Like, it's whatever. I totally don't remember his fight against Gastelum. I feel like I should remember this, but man, it is really interesting how he's in the top 5 now. I understand if you beat Burns that you get somewhere in that top 10 area and stuff like that, but man, they're just not memorable fights. No one can remember. At least I can't remember these fights, man. And I just feel like, with a combination of both of these guys, you look at their record, and I think all signs lead to it going to a very boring decision. I don't want to say very boring, but it could be a boring decision. I'm guessing, I'm leaning on 80% chance that it's going to be a 5-rounder. Sean Brady's probably going to hold him against the fence for a while. Leon Edwards is going to land some low kicks, some jabs. Maybe he's going to throw that head kick out there, but it's going to get blocked by Sean Brady. I just don't see a lot of finishing potential from either of these guys. I mean, Sean Brady could take his back and, choke him out, and Leon Edwards could land a head kick and knock him out, but they just don't, I don't know, they don't pull that they don't pull that trigger and have that, like, finishing instinct. At least it seems like that to me. I see a lot of other fighters, especially at the high level too, that, they hurt someone and they start going in and stuff. Doesn't feel like that with Leon Edwards and Sean Brady, but that's just my opinion. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been adjusting the camera a little bit so that way it can be a little bit nicer looking. At least you can see my face more. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of this main event. I'll be breaking down the full card later today, so make sure you stay in tune for that, and have a amazing day.